Very good morning. Welcome to the SAP ABAP training program. This video we are talking about the ABAP data dictionary part 2, and in the part 1 we have discussed about the brief about the package. Then we talk about the ABAP data dictionary, and then we talk about how to create a transparent table in a ABAP dictionary, and then what are the advantages of using the ABAP data dictionary, underlying database, then about the transparent table, and then we talk about what is a transparent table and how to create. This is what you can see is a transparent table. We discuss about it, and then we take an example here. In this example, that this is the objective, that we will create a transparent table like this, and we're talking about, let us create an address first. So this address, one table will be created, and we will try to link this address with this above address table. And this is the entire table that you can see is the personal data of the student. And from here, if we can link this name with the main name, so then we can say that this is the entire thing is the database that is collected in the college end. So this is the overall data in which name we can link it with the name and the personal database of a student, and from there the address part also we can split into another table. So our objective is now to create a table like this. So if I know how to create one table, so rest of the table I can create, then we will learn how to interlink one table with the another table, and like that. So this is the structure. We just recap of it, just to know that this is the field name, that we are going to take the name, father's name and other etc. And this is the data element. Data element will be starting with Z. Y and I made it different color just to say that it is your name. You mention your own unique code so that your data element will not match with the data element of anyone else. And let us say it has a character, because name is obviously a character. Maximum length can be 20. So if it is a 20 and you have got another character of 20, and both the data elements are different, but the character is same, and the semantic differences, they define something else. Since the technical characteristics is same, can we allot a Z, Y, and name? One domain will give. This domain will have the same technical characteristics. Similarly, we will have 4 domains which define different technical characteristics. So that in a domain we can have 2 data elements, and then we can have 2 different fields. So this is what we studied about creating a database, transparent table, and transparent table we created, put in a package. Then we define the technical specifications. In the technical specification, we talk about ABAP 0, and then here we are continuing from here. So data browser and table view maintenance. So this is what you can see here, that data browser and table view maintenance, this part. So here we have to mention that it is display maintenance allowed. That means you can display it and also you can go for the maintenance of it. So data can be entered by user manually. So if it is allowed, it can be entered through manually. Otherwise, the table can be updated only through program. That is, by writing a program in the ABAP dictionary, we can enter the data inside the table by using SE16. So here, as we are here, like about the technical settings, in the technical setting, we will put here APPL0, and buffering not allowed. Buffering is not required because we are frequently, this is for practice purpose, we are frequently going to change it. Now the size category we put it to 0 because our table size is not, record is not more than 500,000. It is less than 500,000 obviously. So with this, these two. So now remember 2 things. One is a save button. Another is now we need to just put a save button. And once you give a save button, can you see that in here also you have the save symbol is there. Earlier the save is not there. Now the save is active here. So once you save, so it is activated. Then go for next. What you have to do is the same thing. Save button is there. So now we will go for the in the table. Once you save, you go back. Go to the back button. After you go to the back button, you will go to the original transparent table. Transparent table. Now your objective is to fill up the field and data elements. Now we'll see how we will fill up the fields. So this is where you are now. So what are the things you have? So there you have got main things are the table fields, structure of database table. So table fields, you will have those fields that is defined already in structure, that we have taken example like address. So we take the address as name, street name, district, and all those things. Then foreign key, in the example what we have taken, there is a foreign key, that relation, like in the example you remember that address we have taken. So just let me quickly take you to the this address, this design. Yeah. So here the name is there in the first table. Now this is your address table, and here in this one you have got another table also there where name is also listed there. So this is the original main table. So can it be possible, like if in the main table there are 100 names are there, I don't want to add anything else name. I will choose those names only which is already listed in the main table. So I will use those table in the second table, and I will use same table in my third table. So that is possible with the help of foreign key. So foreign key help, like here name is a field which is already defined, and I want to take those names from the original table and try to develop my second table. And also I take the same name and try to develop my third table, because my second and third table are interlinked. Here I am just doing a reverse order, trying to do the third table. So I can use this name, whatever I have developed, to link with the first one. So let the table be created all, then we will see how we can interlink them. So, here we are, foreign key, then technical setting, control creation in underlying database. So since we are creating database, there is a control must be there, like all those controlling actions. So for that underlying database control creation, we need a technical setting, like what is the memory size, whether you need to transport or whether you want to enter from our end or from the programming. All these are technical settings. What is index? Index is a key fields. Key fields from every table should have a unique, some term is there, like registration number is unique for every student. And suppose in the address, name and student name and the father name, the combination of these two will not be available probably in the database. But name, common name may be possible. But if common name and the father name both get having the same father name and student name, then it is a rare. But if it is also there, then we have to go for another key. So here key field is that unique something. So secondary indexes, then we can create if one name is not sufficient, we can go for secondary index to speed up the data selection. So if a key field is selected, so we can speed up the data selection. So as I talk about, there are few tables like transparent table, pool tables, and cluster tables, global temporary tables. So transparent table is one-to-one. Whatever the database, from there it will create another one table, that is a transparent table. When we talk about the pool table or cluster table, it is like one table database is there from which we create a table, but we have got different role of it. Like one for store internal control information, another is for documentation. So multiple tables can be created from one data, that is called pool table and cluster table. Now we have a global temporary tables, GTTS. It is a spatial transparent table, store temporary data written within a database logical unit of work. Like a dialog step we have read earlier in existing between each dialog step, like every instances is there. From one instant to another instant, this temporary table will change. So it will load, temporary table is there, then we will go to the another table. Suppose we want to go back, so the data is not lost, we can go back and get the previous table also. So it is there in the latest version, so that data can be not lost, and we can go back and save the data from the, if we can go back and take the data from the previous entered. Now the fields, let us take the field that we choose. The maximum the number of fields that can be is a 16 character, and you can use a letter here like alphabet A, B, C, then you can use words, letters, numbers, ABC, 1, 9, and you can use underscore. So you can form any type of combination of it, and the maximum that you can form a combination is 16. Key at the top of the table, it is contiguously. Contiguously means if you are defining something name as a key, it has to be kept at the top. Then you keep father's name as a key, then you have to define it after a second. You cannot keep some other variable in between, then you define a key here, and something else here. It has to be like continuously there, all the keys must be there with a hierarchy, the first key and then second key. So it must be have a like connection, all the keys are there in the serial order. Now initial values, let us see in the diagram here, initial values is, here you can see that initial values, your initial some values are there. Here you can put a tick mark. You can set it or you can leave it blank. If you leave it blank, it will be like null. If you tick mark, so whatever the element it's supposed to have like initial value, that initial value by default will be like 0 or 1, it will be there. So this initial values you can put a tick or untick, that is all, this is what it will get it back. So this is initial value, automatically fill type compatibility. If it is not set, it is giving the null as an initial value. So this is what our objective is, to create the address. So what I did first is that you have to create a field, that is MANDT, this you have to write. In the data element also MANDT you have to write. Then this is automatically, if you double click over here, it will give client and 3 length, and this is all done automatically filled up. So if you then you have to go for the name entered, then name entered, then you give another name, ZBKS name. You can write as a data element over here. Then you double click over here, it will take you to the another space. So what is the data element? Data element gives you the technical and semantic properties. It maintains the data type, length, decimal places, and short descriptions. So data element defined using predefined data type or groups. So just check it before. MANDT when I tried now, so we just try to see what is there in MANDT. It is data type is CLNT, client, length is 3 defined, just 800 is there na? Our client, we are MANDT, our client number is 800. So we are under this 800 client. So it is MANDT is a key field in the client specific tables, and this is the data type is CLNT. So this is all already predefined. So this is just for giving you the display of it. So now we create another field, that is name. So instead of ZBK underscore S name, I just created ZBK08 S name. Just to make sure that we are taking it a new S name. So when I double click over here, it asked me that this was changed, this address, this is the name of the transparent table. Your transparent table is going to change. Do you want to save it or not? Save before exiting editing. So yes. So when you click yes, it is say create data elements, because हम लोग नया data element use कर रहे थे. So create a data element. So now it gives a window to the data element, change data element. So here we will give instead of, we can have a predefined type also. But let us explore this data element as a domain. So we give a new domain name. That was talking about ZBK08 underscore name as a domain. So when this is a new name, this is already not defined. So we just double click there. So when you double click on this, so it will ask is that okay, your domain name we are going to create, but in which package you are going to add. So we have to give us package name, and just click a save button. Then that package request number is displayed over here. Can you see that assign a package is displayed? Then you put a click yes. Then create a domain. Then you have to create a domain. When you create a domain, this definition will come, change domain. Then here you have to write what is the domain technical characteristics, that is the CHAR, and number of characteristics 20. Output length you can write 20 or more than 20. Like comma is there or something, full stop is there. So you can say 23 and also other things. So let us normal, and just don't remember that you have to just put here the save and the active button. These two must be done. Okay, we'll see in the third video.